Welcome to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax. Except you, that person driving. Sit up and keep your eyes on the road. Your ears, though, can still listen as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
Me, Rob. Let's go win another playoff game.
Let's go win!
Let's go!
Woo! We were so close, guys. We were so close. We got about, 24 hours left here, basically, before the game starts. And I'm telling you guys, I am psyched for this one here, because if there's a team I want to beat in the NFL, it's the damn freaking Philadelphia Eagles. Like, all the times they've broken our hearts so many times. Whether we talked about it before about the 2008 Giants that lost in the very first round to them. You can go back to the Deshaun Jackson punt return game. You can go back to even the first game we played against them this year. If there's a team I want to beat in the NFL, it's the Eagles. Close seconds, probably the Cowboys. Close seconds, probably the Cowboys there. It's like 1 and 1B. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys our final notes here on the game. I'll also go ahead and go over the final injury news there for you, let you know who's playing, who's not playing. That we know, because there is still one question mark here. And go ahead and give you guys our picks on the game overall, give you guys the updated over-under lines and the spread and all that kind of fun stuff for those who like to make some money. Money. So, first things first, we had some Giant news this week as far as an award, our first award for the New York Giants this year, because I do think a second one is possibly coming, because if Saquon Barkley doesn't win Comeback Player of the Year, I'm sorry, rigged.
Yeah,
right
super
there, rigged. So, Rob, why don't you go ahead and give the news, since you're the one who pointed it out to me.
Oh, yeah. Our man Kayvon was appointed to being one of the rookies of the year on NFL.com. They
Yes.
All defensive rookie team is what he's going to be on, which is fantastic.
Yeah, anytime you get somebody that young to start winning awards already, that's amazing. And how embarrassing must it be for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had the very first pick in the draft, the first overall, the supposedly guaranteed Hall of Famer kind of guy, and they select someone who doesn't even make the all-rookie team from the NFL, and the two defensive ends that did make it were picked second and fifth. So it's not like these were like guys that came out of nowhere and you're like, wow, we all missed that one.
Yeah. Whoops.
This isn't a Brady move, like where a 6th-round pick becomes the GOAT here. This is like, guys that we thought were going to be good. And I don't know about you, Rob, but I thought Walker was going to be a bust from the get-go. I was right from the get-go going, why would you take this guy number one overall? You're taking potential over proven.
So that's the Jaguars for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason they're kind of not known as to be the best franchise in football for quite some time now, But yeah, kudos to Kayvon, our snow angel. That'll be his nickname with me forever now at that point. He's just our little snow angel.
I'm going to get a doll of Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm going to put him on top of my Christmas tree every year.
There you go. If you can get one like battery power that does like the jumping jack motion, like it's doing that, I'm telling you, we can probably get somebody to make that. That'd be amazing. Maybe next year we'll start selling that. Kayvon Snow Angels for your Christmas tree topper. If that's not the ultimate gift for Giant fans, I don't know what is.
The Kayvon cutout, cookie cutout.
Yes.
Neat.
Yes. So let's get on to our news on the injuries for this game, because we had a lot of people that were like, is that guy going to be in? Is he going to be fully healthy? There's been a lot of question marks because both teams have dealt with a decent amount of injuries. I don't want to make it seem like the Giants are the only ones who have. The Eagles have definitely had their fair share as well of injuries this season. So First up, the big one everybody wants to know about, Jalen Hurts. He's not even on the injury report anymore, guys. This guy is supposedly fully healthy based on that. And I question that. I don't think he's fully healthy. I really doubt that. I think it's just a matter of, this is the playoffs. I don't give a damn. You can walk, you can throw, you're on the field.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that they kind of botched it. Like, well, for me, saying that he's 100% healthy means he's probably not 100% healthy. Because, like, if he was 100%, if he was.
So you lied to us. You lied to us, damn it.
No. So, like, if he was 100% healthy, it's a smarter move to say he's questionable. And then he comes out and plays, Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
But saying that he's 100% healthy means he's probably not, but we're just trying to put up a bluff.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think there's any way you can be healthy when it's that kind of injury and to a shoulder. And obviously, shoulder, I don't care which shoulder you're talking about, it moving every time you throw the ball. So a lot of people going, oh, it's not his throwing, or, it doesn't matter. When every time you go to throw the ball, your shoulders move. Try doing it real quick. Try to go like this and keep your shoulders still. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, guys.
Try stepping back without moving your shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. So, and imagine dealing with that kind of pain for weeks, and then knowing you got Kayvon, Leonard Williams, Big Sexy Dexter Lawrence going after you there on every single play.
Yeah.
That's going to make you think twice, guys. That's going to make you think twice. And if it doesn't, that's got bigger brass balls than Dable there, okay?
Hey, no one has bigger balls than Dable.
No, he doesn't.
Brass balls.
No, it isn't. The biggest ever. The biggest in all the land.
He needs a wheelbarrow when he walks into the field.
If I ever see him with a wheelbarrow, I'm going to laugh thinking that's what's going on. But yeah, that's the big one. Like I said, he'll play. We'll have to see how it affects him. Obviously, the second game they played against us, the final, regular season game, which was his first one back from the injury, he didn't quite seem like himself. But how funny is this that it's almost like the Commanders again? Like, this is the second time we faced a team. They had a bye week, and then they faced us again.
Yeah.
That's. I wonder if that's ever happened to the NFL like that. That's weird. It's a weird
stat
thing to happen.
You should look into.
You know what? It's a stat that you probably can't even find anywhere. But yeah, it's interesting though. Like I said, you don't see that very often, let alone twice in the same season. So next up is going to be their tackle, Lane Johnson. He's been a full participant in practice. We expect him to be a full go. Again, I'm not so sure he's going to be 100%, but 90% of Lane Johnson is still better than 90% of the tackles out there in this league. And whatever side, whatever goes on his side there, whether it be, Kayvon or Ojulari, if they move people around, it's usually Ojulari. Then that's going to be an issue for them because you're facing one of the best in the league, and you have to somehow make it happen because the pass rush has to be there, guys. The secondary needs help. If we don't get to Jalen Hurts and he is fully healthy, it's going to be a long day for us, guys. A really long day.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. So we also have a couple of faces on their defensive line with some issues. And this is one thing I love because we know what kind of issues we've had against strong pass rushing teams all season long. So to know that they're coming in not fully healthy, I'll take the advantage. Our offensive line needs every advantage it can get.
Yeah, 100%. Especially against, the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Graham just destroyed us basically in that first game. He just made Evan Neal look like he should have gone back to school, basically. That's how bad it was. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it was. He was sick this week, so he missed a practice because of that. On Wednesday, he's going to be fully ready to play, they say, but how bad was his sickness? Is he still feeling the effects of it? Because I'll tell you this, I go back to work after being sick. Hell, let's be honest, if it's not COVID, I'm going to work no matter what. I'm that guy. But if he's sick and he's working and he's going back to play, that doesn't mean he's fully healthy either. It doesn't mean he's fully recovered. And then you got Linval Joseph. Giant fans obviously remember him. He started off his career as a Giant before, making it big, no pun intended, with the Vikings because he's a big guy. But he's fully practiced the last couple of days as well after being injured. Robert Quinn, the big pickup they got for the Bears, which is supposed to be their guy to kind of put him over the top, so to speak, on the defense. he really hasn't played much at all with them. But he's a full go now. And that's a guy that didn't really do much with the Bears. And remember, we faced him already when he was a Bear. I don't remember seeing much of him at all in that game. He was pretty handily handled.
Handily handled.
That was a pun, and that was intended. Getting handsy there.
Oh,
Ooh.
did it again.
Oh. So, the big one, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who has literally led the league in interceptions, even though he missed 5 games. He's like the un-Dak Prescott. You know, Dak Prescott misses 5 games and leads the league in interceptions. This guy gets injured for 5 games and still leads in interceptions caught.
It's a yin to the yang.
Yeah, he's going to be an interesting one because the one guy that we know is out for sure in this game is Avonte Maddox, who's usually your slot nickel corner kind of guy. And you may very well see Gardner-Johnson move into that. And if he changes into that role, it does change because now you don't have this free safety that's sitting there playing the Ed Reed kind of style, waiting for that interception. So, you know, I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see what happens there because if that does change it up like that, I am all game there for it. We got our first comment of the night here from Zachary. As a true Eagles fan, ooh, brave man, coming on the Giant Podcast. Appreciate you listening, Zachary there. So, as a true Eagles fan, I honestly think this game is going to be close. What do you guys think the outcome will be? And do you think the Giants have a shot with the momentum they have? We're going to get to that one later on, Zachary, there. So take a listen, keep on, because once we're done with the injuries, we're going right into the picks and the, what we think will be the outcome of the game there. But appreciate you listening, even though you did make the mistake of being an Eagles fan. Keep on listening. Maybe you'll become a Giant fan. Maybe we'll convert you, okay? We're like the Jehovah's Witnesses of the Giants over here. We're going to go door to door to all the Eagles fans.
Hey, Zach, knock, knock. You're in New Jersey. Be a Giants fan.
Remember how you felt when the Eagles won that one ring? Imagine feeling that 4 times. I'm just saying. But no, appreciate always an Eagle fan that isn't one of the rude ones. So, but yeah. So like I said, Maddox is going to be out. We don't know what's going to happen with Gardner-Johnson as far as where he's going to play, and that's going to definitely have big outcome as far as how the defense is for the Eagles. And I fully expect that if he does come down to play the slot, throw the damn ball down to Slayton. Take the shots. Take the shots. You get a little more hesitant with a guy who's known for catching interceptions left and right. But I still don't think we should be hesitant in that role because Daniel Jones hasn't thrown them all year long, basically. But even more so if this guy's playing the slot and he's not playing center field. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, take advantage of Slayton's speed down the field. Especially,
exactly.
I mean, granted, he's going to drop a ball too, but you don't have a guy that's going to be there to pick it up.
We admit that. I hate that we admit that, though. It's bad.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It's the truth, though. You're not wrong. Yeah. You're not wrong, man. That's the bad part. So the only guy that's we have on our side to talk about as far as injuries go is Azeez Ojulari.
Bless you.
Surprise, surprise. It's a week of football. We're talking about Azeez Ojulari being injured. I feel bad for the guy. It's like every time he steps on the field, he's right back off again.
Yeah.
It's like
my quad.
Yeah. And I don't want to be like that because, I mean, he was perfectly healthy for his whole rookie season. He was pretty good. It's just, you got to wonder because he put on a lot of bulk this offseason. And you got to wonder, as much as it helped him because he looked amazing when he plays, did he get too much bulk?
For his frame? Maybe. I could also see him doing Aleve commercials in the next 10 years.
Aleve commercials. Need to get back
in
the
field. My quad
field?
hurts. Take it or leave it. Get right back in the field.
At least he didn't run out of quads like Kadarius Toney's hamstring injuries.
Yeah. How do you sprain 3 hamstrings? Makes no sense.
Speaking of which, am I the only one kind of curious what Kadarius Toney does in the Chiefs game this week?
Oh, we're all watching. And we're all
I'm kind of curious because if he sticks to what he's done so far this season, we are definitely the winners of that trade. That's for sure. So, let's hope that sticks and continues because I'm sorry, but we fleeced the Chiefs. Fleeced them point blank on that trade. But yeah, so if Ojulari's not able to play, here's the one thing I'm going to say that's kind of a beautiful thing in this scenario. We're used to that. We're
Yeah.
used to that. That's a typical thing for us. We've had how many games with Ojulari out now? It's been like on and off, and then 4 games off, then on one, then off. It's been that way all season long. Jihad Ward has been one of the best run-stopping edge guys all season long. Not just for the Giants, but in the NFL. That guy's been a freaking beast against the run. And maybe that's what we need against this team. So it might be a benefit in a way of having that guy out there, not feeling the need to put him out there as often, Ojulari. I mean, having a guy who's a pure run stopper in there against a team that, let's be honest, runs the ball.
Let's stop Scott.
Pretty well against us last time. That whole second half, that first game, when I say last time, that second game doesn't count. That was all backups. But that first game, the whole second half was run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And we couldn't stop them. We could not stop them. That is bad when a team knows you can't stop what they want to do because they're just going to keep on doing it. That's the way they're going to.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I can't blame them. I would have too with their boat. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? So we'll have to see what happens there. But, it's going to be a combination of a few guys, obviously, if he can't play. But hopefully he does because, like I said, when he's been on the field, he's been a freaking beast. I'm telling you, if he was on the field all game long, this is a double-digit sack guy all year long there.
100%.
Yeah, and we don't have one of those all season. So he's probably our best pass rusher when he's healthy. He's just never healthy. Let's get the guy in the field
when he's healthy.
You know what it is? It's the playoffs. Come on, you gotta play. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right.
We're still gonna win a game.
We are. So let's get on to kind of our situation, what we think is going to happen in this game here, because I think that's probably more than the injury report most people came here to hear is what's going to happen here in this game, what's going to happen as far as the betting lines overall. What do we think as far as over under the spread, all the kind of fun stuff that people like to do, especially those of you in Jersey. I'm a little jelly at that point that I got to say that I can't gamble here in Florida, so I definitely don't gamble. Wink, wink, Martindale. So let's go over kind of the spread here. We'll go over that. So Giants are plus 7.5 points. That's not very close of a spread. I got to say, that's not very close. There's not a lot of people having faith in us. I mean, can you really blame them after how that first game went against, But I think people are forgetting the defense and how injured that defense was for that first matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. They were so banged up. But look at how the Eagles played our second and third string team. So they barely squeaked out that win.
Exactly. We the first game, the Eagles faced us when we're at our worst. We were in that big, skid. They were still riding high, and it was still only one loss the entire season. The second time we faced them, reverse. The Eagles were in their skid, playing worse than they had all year long. And the Giants started their comeback, so to speak, that we now are in, where we're kind of back to where we were ever since the defense got healthy. Who would have thought? Look at that. Who would have thought that having a lockdown corner and a stud safety would change your entire defense? Oh, my God.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought it? So I personally think that if you're going to go with the spread, go with the Giants. Because even if you think the Giants are going to lose, which is fair if people think that. I'll say that even as an honest Giant fan, it's a fair assessment to say the Giants will lose this game because the Eagles did have the better season. They do have the better roster. We have the better coach, though. Deal.
Oh, snap.
Snap. And I would definitely, if I'm placing money, I'm definitely using the spread at that point. I'm picking the Giants with the spread.
Yeah, 100%. I actually bet at that already today. I bet the Giants.
Oh, he lives in Jersey, folks. He can do it.
Yeah. Thank you, Caesar Sportsbooks. I just went, bloop.
Bloop.
The location, Jersey, great. But, yeah, they're going to definitely beat the spread. It's going to be a close game. No matter who wins this game, they're going to win by 3.
Ooh, so you think that's going to be the spread no matter what? Okay. I like that where it's going. So we're going to go over in a minute who we think is going to be the winner based on the points here. But let's get over to the over-under first. So the book has got it anywhere from about 48.5 to 47.5, depending on which book you're going with here. Sports Illustrated Sportsbook is the only one that I see at 47.5. So if you think the under, go to SI apparently because you get the extra point. Let's be honest, it's where to go. But so what? I'm so torn in this because I really want to say under because the Giants obviously are not usually been the offensive juggernaut. I know they've been decent the last couple of weeks when they played the Colts and the Vikings, which obviously we've gone over this before. I don't have much respect for their defenses. I think it was more about bad defense than it was about good offense. The key to us winning a game is usually keeping the score low, squeaking out somehow a win, whether it be stopping the Jaguars to the 1 yard line or something along those lines. So I really want it to be the under, but I'm going to go with the over. My gut tells me to go over. My gut tells me that the Giants are going to score more points than they usually do because they're hyped up. Daniel Jones has played better recently, and I think they're going to, really cut the leash off on him, so to speak, and let him do what he's got to do. Because if you are tight on him and only let him dink and dunk, we're not going to win, guys.
Drew, you didn't know? You didn't get the memo? We're a 30-point team again. We're going to put it up.
Is that what's going to happen now? Is that what's going to happen? Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that happen. Don't get me wrong, but this is a much better defense. This isn't the Colts. This isn't the Vikings. I think the better shot we have is like a mid-20s kind of game at that point. If the defense can stop them, and that still puts us at the over. That's the thing. So you're talking, if you expect about 25 points per team, you're already right there at the over.
Yeah, you're going to look at like a 28-24, 27-24 kind of game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what's going to happen is you're going to see the Eagles play worse than they played that first game with us, and you're going to see the Giants play better. Now the question is it enough? That's the big one there.
Do the Eagles look like they did in Week 18, or do they look like the first game? That's the question.
Yeah.
Do their injuries make that much of a difference for us?
Yep. And that's why I'm telling you right now, if I was going to bet the winner of the game, I wouldn't bet this game at all. I'd be holding on money because there's too many question marks. We talked about them already. How healthy is Jalen Hurts? How much was the resurgence of the Giants' offense a matter of playing bad defenses? How much was it actually them getting better? And please let it be they got better because I'm so sick of seeing bad offenses for so many years. But we don't know. It's an unknown commodity in this game here. We don't know which way to go because of that. Let's be honest.
If you guys want to bet someone to win straight up, go with the Niners.
I'd say that the Niners are the safe bets there with the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if my gut tells me to pick a winner or loser in this game, my gut tells me to go for the Eagles to win this game. But you know what? My gut's been wrong before. Maybe I'll have a little yogurt, like Jamie Lee Curtis always told us to have. Maybe my gut will feel a little better about the Giants because
Little gut biome going on.
Yeah, I try to be the real fan and not be the homer. And that's not to say the Giant fans I think they're going to win are a homer because listen, that's fine. It's like I said, to me it's a game that I wouldn't put money on a winner. But in the end, I think the Giants will lose in a very close game. And I'm with you on the 3 points. I think it's going to come down like a field goal, maybe a touchdown worst case scenario. I don't see the kind of spread that they're talking about, that kind of loss. I don't see Brian Daboll being okay with being embarrassed and not coming back in this game and saying, guys, they freaking embarrassed us last time. Do something about it. Have some damn pride.
See, we differ here. I think the Giants take it in the 3 points. Even though my heart is 100% biased and wants the Giants to win, I still think the Giants are going to win. I just don't want to put my wallet on that game. Because I feel like it's that close. We're going to go either way. The momentum, the Giants have been so hot right now. And the playoffs.
Hot like Hans.
So hot. But when it comes to playoffs, it's all about what have you done for me lately. And the Giants have been impeccable. DJ's
what have you done for me lately?
I mean, Daniel Jones has been everything all the Giants fans have asked for the past few games. He's been superb.
I'm telling you right now, if he's
played
that way the rest of his career, there's a statue being made of him right next to Eli because he's been playing that well. By the way, Eli, why doesn't he have a statue? Give the man a statue, goddammit.
They don't want a big forehead outside the stadium.
Just saying. Him and LT both should have statues outside. I don't know. The Jets play there too. If they want to give Joe Namath one just to try to make it seem equal, go for it. But maybe he can be doing one of his commercials, like where he has like either the stockings on or like the dandruff shampoo or something. I don't know. He's selling life insurance, whatever a man wants to sell. But yeah, listen, guys, it's going to be a close game. And Daniel Jones hopefully proves people like me wrong that thought he wasn't legit halfway through the season and wanted an
Pretty
upgrade.
sure he's already proven you wrong.
He hasn't, because he's played against bad defenses. I'm sorry. Again, I'm a Giants fan.
10
but
wins?
I'm trying to not be a homer. When you're scoring 170, you're doing 170 yards a game, it's not that you're that good. You're playing well enough not to lose. That's like saying Ryan Tannehill is a great quarterback. Trent Dilfer was a great quarterback. You can win with an okay quarterback. You can win with an okay quarterback. When was the last time
either of those quarterbacks ran for 80, 100 yards?
That doesn't mean they're a mobile quarterback. I'm saying they're not bad quarterbacks, those guys. But they're not the guys that you go, let me go steal this guy and build my team around him.
I hear what you're saying, but you also can't put him down.
Listen,
because he only did 170 yards, but he still put up 250 yards overall.
I want to lift him up. I want to lift him up. And I want to give him more help. But my whole point is that I'm still not sold in the last couple weeks being a product of the bad defenses. And I'm hoping that that's not the case. And I'm hoping he's turned a corner. But I'm not going to sit here and guarantee it when he's beating up on bad defenses.
Listen, there's plenty of quarterbacks out there that'll throw you 400 yards and still lose you a game.
Yes.
So you can't just go by how many yards.
Looking at you, Aaron Rodgers. Looking at you, Aaron Rodgers.
So you can't just go off how many yards. Right? You can't just go off by the yards.
No, I'm not saying that's it. But what I'm saying is that if he was as good as he is now, at least appears now, he would have been throwing the ball more often. We wouldn't have been running Saquon Barkley basically into the ground the first half of the season. Because the Giants would have said, hold on, we got to conserve this guy because it's going to be a long season. So like I said, I'm not saying he's not the guy. I'm not saying he can't do this against the Eagles. What I'm saying is I want to see it. I want to see him be that guy that can go into another team's stadium and just tear apart a good defense. Once I see that, then I'm sold.
I'm okay with him throwing 200 yards in this game if we win. Just saying.
Listen, no, I'm okay with them throwing one damn yard if we win. I don't care.
As long as he runs for 150 at that point.
The outcome of this game is not to go, let's see what Daniel Jones can do. How many yards can he throw? No, the outcome of this game is hopefully a win. That's what we want to see. That's all I care about in the end. But it's plot B. What does Daniel Jones now do against a good defense? Because he didn't play good against him the first time.
And he also ran for, 25 yards in the first game?
Yeah.
Expect him to get 80 yards this game.
Listen,
on his feet.
I've been saying this, and we know we've talked about this. We talked about this prior to the Vikings game as well. For some reason, the Giants just stopped running the ball after the first half with Jones. It's like they go into full-on pass mode and Barkley mode. Let this guy do his design runs because that's what sets up your offense. Because now you have people going towards the line just in case because they have to respect that option. Once you stop doing it, the respect is gone. And it should be.
100%. I
Make
expect
them respect that option.
I see a similar game plan, not exact, a similar game style that we had last week.
Listen, I'm all for that.
Put Barkley wherever you got to put him, and those two guys win us the ball game.
My only thing is, I'll say this: is I'd like him to run a little bit less than he did last week because I do worry about him getting injured from it. I mean, it's not just about this week. Let's say hypothetically, if we're playing well and we're up, first off, yes. Second off, I don't want to risk getting him hurt because if he does get hurt, we're done.
Playoffs. Just saying.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm just saying Tyrod Taylor is not going to help us win against the 49ers next week.
but we're in the playoffs. Divisional round.
Playoffs.
Put everything you got, push it all in. Let's go to the next round.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully that's what we're saying here when we shoot our episode here, either tomorrow night or Sunday morning, depending on our sleep patterns.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get one in for you guys Sunday night. So the best way to find out, though, that when that happens, keep in mind, is hitting that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
I'm a scat man. So let's see who's right. So Rob says they're going to win. Rob says they're going to cover the spread, and you said the over, correct?
Correct.
So we're in the same exact boat, except for I had the Eagles to win with the Giants to cover, and I have the over as well, same as Rob as well. So we're going to find out who's right tomorrow night.
Bold prediction, 27-24. Boom.
Listen, I'm all for it, and I'll say this as well for you guys that like to do the atypical type of bets there. The second half of this game, the over-under is 24 right now on FanDuel. 24.
That makes sense.
Think about that. That's still half of the points. If, hypothetically, and listen, I'm really not hoping this outcome. I'm just trying to give you guys options for those who like to gamble. If, hypothetically, the Giants don't do well and the Eagles are winning, we've already seen the Eagles take their foot off the gas twice against us. So keep an eye on the score. If the Giants don't do well the first half, look at that second half at that point to be one to go ahead and look to go ahead and, maybe get over-under points at that point. At least get something out of the game if that scenario happens. The Giants lose, but you make some money at least. But, like I said, hopefully that scenario doesn't pop up. Hopefully we're winning. Hopefully we're facing the 49ers next week. Part of me, though, doesn't even care if we face the Cowboys. Because it'd be kind of nice to knock the Cowboys and the Eagles out in the same exact freaking postseason.
That might be the first time in NFL history.
Yeah, like we basically knocked the Commanders out of the postseason.
If we can knock
If
we can knock out the Eagles and the Cowboys, who beat us both twice in regular season, not beat them in the playoffs.
Yes. That would be like amazing. Amazing.
It'd be Christmas in January.
Yes. And I don't think we've ever done that I can remember. We've beaten the Cowboys, obviously, especially in 2007 when they won the division on our way to the Super Bowl, the first Eli Super Bowl. We obviously haven't had great luck against the Eagles in the postseason. I can't remember a single season where we knocked both those guys out.
I don't know.
Let's go.
I don't think it's ever happened. So
let's go for it. Let's knock him out.
NFL history. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
So, guys, again, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be going, like I said, live again after the game. Hopefully right after, depending on how long the game is, depending how much sleep we get there. But definitely hope to be doing that. If not, definitely Sunday morning, first thing. Probably very early because I have work Sunday, actually, for a little bit. So, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit whatever button's on whatever platform you're on. If you're listening live, thank you very much for watching us and hearing our thoughts here on the game. If you're out in podcast land, hello from the world of yesterday.
I wish you could see us.
Yes, we have pretty faces. So pretty. So go ahead and check us out on social media if you're watching on the out in podcast land, so you can see the live feeds again. Because if we win, and if Rob and I are both happy, I think there's probably no doubt we're going to be posting live right after the game is over, and you can celebrate with us. What's better than winning? And that's winning than celebrating with other people. Let's celebrate together. Hopefully, a win tomorrow night, and.
Cheers, a couple brewskis. Boom.
Listen, I'm all for that at that point if that happens. Okay, we're going to pop open the old bubbly. That's for sure. And by bubbly, I mean beer. It's still carbonated.
Yeah.
Maybe a little whiskey. Ooh. Yes, a victory whiskey.
Nice.
So, as always, Giant fans, go G-Men! Go G-Men! G-Men!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support. If you made it this long, you must have enjoyed it. So I am sure you have followed us on all the social media platforms. Of course, you have subscribed to the show on your favorite app as well and given us a top rating. Right? Right? Right?